What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we've got something pretty interesting for you. We've got the MCK 2.0 chassis system for the P320 series. Most of you guys saw my Raider video, my Flux Defense Raider, and a lot of you guys asked in the comments for another one of these, and most of you asked for specifically this one. So I went out and tried to locate one of these and found the clear version. That was the one available to me. They make a bunch of different colors of these, FDE, black, red, all kinds of stuff. So what this essentially is just a chassis system for you to put your handgun in. These are offered in a lot of different configurations and a lot of firearm types, including Glock and SIG. I went with SIG on this one just because I went with SIG on the Raider series as well. This doesn't matter quite as much. The SIG has a unique fire control unit that drops into some of these, but this one the whole gun goes into, so it makes really no difference ergonomically which pistol you decide to go with. This thing has a folding brace on it, polymer here, rubber back here, so it's very comfortable to use. Push button folding system here, which hooks and kind of stays, kind of doesn't. But once it's folded, it's very sturdy, making it a really nice platform to get a hold of and use. It holds 2 magazines here, 2 SIG magazines. I'm going to be using my M17 magazines over the course of this as well. So you can pop this one out here and pop this one out and reload, the same as the Raider. What's unique about this one is it does offer an internal light that mine came with. It has like a little O-Light mini in there, and you can operate it using this little push button here. And you can switch that to the other side as well if you are left-handed. It's got this little unique little grip here that's got some salsa on it here that I accidentally spilled last night when we were putting it together. My bad. Occasionally I do some gunsmithing while eating chips and salsa. What can I say? I'm kind of a taco fiend. Now, it's got a barrel shroud up here that really doesn't do much. It doesn't do anything ballistically. It just essentially is there. And your pistol, once you get the system, you open this little loading door here, and then you pull these 2 pins here, slide the gun out, and it slides out with the charging handle, and then you put the gun back in, setting it up with the serrations on the slide there, shove it in there till this clicks, and then you just simply close the loading door again. Now, a lot of people's argument with this is that it's going to be really easy to put in and out, unlike the Raider, and I would agree this definitely is easier. However, I heard a lot of people say, as far as like philosophy of use, that you could keep this system in your car and you could put your concealed carry gun into it in a case of like you know, case of a serious situation. Let's go with that. Under stress, I don't think I would want to try to be fumbling this into a chassis system. I just think that I would personally use what is available to me. Now, a use that I can definitely see from this, though, is if you're in a situation where you can only afford one firearm, or if you're in a state where getting more than one firearm is extremely difficult, now we've got something going on here, because you could have, let's say, a SIG 320, M18, something like that for your carry gun, and then when you get home you want something bigger and more badass for your home defense gun. This certainly would qualify as a much easier shooting platform. You could stick this in there in maybe a minute or two, set it up against the wall or wherever you're going to put it in a safe area, and you could use this as a formidable home defense weapon. It's going to have the velocity and ballistic capability of whatever firearm you put into it, of course, but what this does do is allow you a lot more points of contact to allow you to shoot the platform a lot easier. It's got Picatinny rails on it, so if you don't like this O-Light system there, you can put your Surefire X300 or your Streamlight TLR7 or whatever you want to put on there. And it's got a pick rail on top, so another advantage this has over the Raider system is going to be that it has a full-length Picatinny rail, so you can choose what optic you put on there. I got a full-size Holosun 503G right there, and you could put a magnified optic on here if you so choose, which would definitely extend the range. This SIG 320, I'm sure with a 1:6 optic, you could probably even push it out to 200-300 yards. Now you got to remember, drop on a 9mm at 300 yards is pretty extreme. You're talking like 10 feet. However, you definitely could do it, whereas you probably couldn't do that with a handgun. So it does certainly increase the range, and on top of that, you can use multiple different sizes of handguns in this as well. These 2 set screws here hold in the barrel shroud, and if you want to use a full-size handgun, like I have in here, I have a full-size 320 in here, you slide it all the way out to the top position, and then you screw those down. You want to use a compact-sized handgun, slide it in, and then screw it in. If you want to use a suppressor on this gun, you can take the barrel shroud out and you could shove the suppressor, the threaded barrel out of here, and you could screw the suppressor on. I think 704 Tactical's got a pretty good video on how to do that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now over here we've got the charging handle. That's how you operate the firearm. And then you have the ejection port right here. When the handgun reciprocates, that's where the rounds theoretically go. Controls are easy to operate right here. You still have your slide stop, magazine release, all the same stuff that you'd have on your handgun. And this thing retails for about $200 to $300. So if you wanted to, you could buy, let's say, a $500 SIG 320 or a $500-600 Glock. You could spend a couple extra $100 and then you could have yourself a pistol caliber carbine made simply out of your handgun. And let's say if you had two handguns and you just wanted to leave a handgun in this all the time, it would still be a fairly formidable pistol caliber carbine that you wouldn't have to go the route of having more paperwork to get, because obviously it's not a firearms chassis system. You can get this bad boy right off the internet right now. Now before we go down to the range, I want to mention my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys. You guys pay for all the ammunition and guns we use in the videos. I bought this SIG P320 with the Patreon dollars, so I appreciate that very much. If you want to sign up for Patreon, all you got to do is go down to the link in the description to sign up. Now we do some exclusive content over there on the Patreon page, and the most recent video we're going to put up there, tomorrow, is going to be the St. Victor 1,000-round review. So if you guys are interested in the results of how the St. Victor ended up, you know, the whole dumpster fire video that Springfield just loved, yeah, you can go over there to Patreon and you can check that out. Also in that description is a link to a local shelter in Ames, Iowa. It's the YSS. It's the shelter that I always support in every video. It's important to me that you guys go down there and donate to those kids. They could really use your support. Now, we have a sponsor for this video, and that sponsor is No Name Armory. That's a website that I've been to quite a bit, get a lot of my cool stuff for the channel on. You can get all sorts of wide-ranging gun accessories and equipment, anywhere from ammunition to gun parts, and plenty of other stuff as well. If you are really interested in No Name Armory, you want to go on there and buy lots of stuff. They offer a membership option where you can pay $10 a month, and you get 5% off any order. If you buy as much stuff as I do, it's worth it. No Name Armory is a pretty staunch Second Amendment supporter, so if you're interested in helping out a company that's trying to help out the Second Amendment, like I said, go down there and check them out. Now let's head down to the range and shoot this guy and see just how it operates.
Okay.
Now, right off the bat, while we're sighting this in, I can tell you this is not nearly as compact as the Raider. However, it's a lot more ergonomic and easier to shoot. Plus, for a big guy like me, the length of pull is actually a lot nicer. Like we're just a hair low and we'll be good to go.
Okay.
All right, so one of the things I've noticed about this so far is that the recoil impulse on the gun is really low. Lower than the Raider for sure, and that's probably because of the increased mass and size. It's just easier to get a hold of and operate. Now, one of the things that I don't love is that it doesn't have a manual safety of any kind, and that's usually not a big deal in a handgun, but a handgun fits in a holster, whereas this does not. That's why most rifles, subguns, things like that have manual safeties, so that's something to be aware of. All right, let's plink around a little bit here and see how we do. Reload's pretty quick. I like that little dump pouch, that little magazine pouch there, that's fun. Ammo goes quick. This is a fun little thing. All right, now we'll do a little home defense drill here and simulate about 10 yards, see how well we can do. It's fast. It's real fast.
Is it fast or are you fast?
It's fast. I have nothing to do with it.
And I'm not supposed to shoulder it?
You can hold it however you want.
Okay.
It's designed to be cheeked, rested on said shoulder, or have the arm put through the back of the brace right there.
I'm cheeking it.
But how you use it is up to you. You cheek it. You do however you feel. Whoa.
Oh, twofer. Still got some.
You are out. What do you think?
Cheeking it is harder than I thought it was going to be, but here we are.
That's what she said.
It was actually a lot of fun. I do feel like it was easier to manage than the Raider.
Yeah.
I like the, whatever this thing is, the grip thing here. Little place for my fingy.
Yeah, it looks like something out of Starship Troopers.
Yeah, it's very easy to hold.
Would be proud.
Sure. I feel like it was really easy to shoot. Easy to figure out how to utilize.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You just mag in charging handle.
Yeah, super easy. Super easy.
Especially if some giant red-headed ogre puts it together for you.
We didn't show that part though. Looks like I did it.
That is not included in the purchase.
And go.
All right, so we're out here at 100 yards here. We'll throw in our extended M17 mag there. Slide release still works, however I have been just pulling the charging handle back MP5 style just because I like to do that. I think we're gonna have no problem hitting from here, but hopefully my zero is good. This is really easy to shoot. I was going for that MOA target. I was trying to hit that target in the head, and I can't get that from here. In all fairness, that's it's like a 4x4 inch square. We're at 100 yards, and I roughly zeroed this standing, so it's kind of an unfair challenge. But all the IPSC targets, 2/3 and the full size, are all way easy to hit. I got him. I shouldn't get him in the head. Is it worth 300 bucks? Hell yeah, it is. I mean, it's pretty nice. One of the advantages that I noticed while you were shooting and I was filming was that even on some pistol caliber carbines, handguns, stuff like that, you still get some blast to the side of the shooter that you would experience if you shot inside a structure or something like that. You don't get that with this barrel shot. I got nothing. So that's kind of nice, kind of an impromptu flash suppressant. That's kind of nice. Light included is kind of cool. The ability to mount an optic's pretty neat as well. The fact that it folds is nice just because it doesn't take up very much space. You can put this in a bag, you can put it in whatever you want. And the fact that you can easily assemble and disassemble it is kind of nice as well. You push this button here, first time disassembling it, so it should be easy, but we'll see here. Or not. Or I'm an idiot. Certainly possible. Oh, it's because the slide is locked back. Can't do it when the slide's locked back. There we go. So it pops out just like that. Obviously, don't do it with the slide lock back. And then you can see here what we've been running the whole time is a full-size 320. One of the disadvantages to this chassis system that I see though is it doesn't take the X frames, at least not to my personal one does not. So if you have an X series 320, it doesn't take that. and it also doesn't take the M17 or M18 because of the frame mounted safety. So if you want to put the thing back in here, you just have to match up the serrations on the slide with the serrations on the charging handle. Stuff it in there like that, and then you just ram it in there, make sure it's locked, and click it up. So that's relatively easy by comparison to something like the Raider. However, again, not as compact as the Raider, and certainly not as cool with that springy out brace mechanism. Easier to shoot, and overall a pretty solid product in my personal opinion. Would I go with clear? Maybe, maybe not. It's growing on me for sure. However, the flat dark earth ones call my name, so maybe I'll end up getting 2 of these. We'll have to see. I got plenty of Glocks and 320s that could use a nice home. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support your home. Blah, 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 blah. I don't even remember what my goddamn tagline is now. Please help out your local homeless shelters. Remember to recycle. And remember to recycle. I'll check you later. Please help out your local homeless shelters and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.